What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original for the Bantus, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what, with the word.
I give all praise and glory to the Father.
Don't turn that off. Give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. Sunini is that name, nothing more, nothing less. Are you dumb or are you dumb? I want to shout out all those that have been tuning in, supporting. I mean, without you guys, they wouldn't be me. I'm me because of you, and because of you, I must do what I must continue to do. And that's what? Keep my foot on you heathens, Hebrews, in the newly installed Heathenites next. Yes. But yeah, man, I told you, man, your brother, man, from the motherland is going to be coming on a whole lot more. I have to devote my time in essence to the Father's work. And that work is to make sure to hit them where it hurts until all these heathens, all these Hebrews, all these heathenites get put in the dirt. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So let me pull up, give you guys this. Let me state this for you blacks and browns and all those that's in some level of religion, Christianity, Protestants, Baptists. The list goes on. Let me make this clear, right? There's no second coming of Jesus Christ for no Bantu, okay? For no black person. If you think for 1 second that the very same nationalities that put you through your trials and tribulations, put you through slavery, rape, murder, kidnap, burnt your house, burnt your schools, burnt you, is now all of a sudden we're gonna look up into the sky and somebody that looks just like them is gonna come out and stand up to them for us. I mean, there gotta come a point of time in our lives where we have to say to ourselves, that does not make sense. It does not make sense. Religion is division, a head-on collision for spiritual prison. You hear me? Religion is division, a head-on collision for spiritual prison. You hear me? You will be put in jail. Physically and spiritually, you are incarcerated when you associate yourself with any level of religion. Okay? These religions, some of you guys don't even know who is the founding fathers of these religions. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come out with the people, their times, what they believed in, who they are, and I guarantee you one thing all of them is gonna have in common, and I'm speaking this primarily to black and brown people. One thing that you're gonna realize that all these religions have in common is that everyone that was created or put together was put together by people that don't look like you. That religion was created, was established right after slavery. Right after or right before. I'm talking about like an instant. All right, we're going to create this religion, that religion, that religion. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. I'm gonna bring it out. I have it in my old phone. Like once I find it, I'm going to bring it out and you guys can watch this. But for you brothers and sisters that's caught up into this so-called belief, this faith. See, faith, you only have faith for things that are fake. And when you read the New Testament, all they teach and all they expound on is having faith. Sit still, believe, wait. How long are we going to wait? The word says that when my children come back unto me, we got to go back. The same way we came is the same way we got to leave. We have to go back. In order for us, people, in order for us to be so-called saved, you have to go back. The Father's doing his part right now. For those that's not aware, you see what's going on in this world. That's why I tell black and brown people, please, listen, don't get caught up. Don't be like, oh, we got to prepare, we got to do this. Yes, you got to do that. You have to do that. But just know that the Father's making a way for you. He's making a way for you. For you. What did our big brother tell us when we pray? He said, when you pray, don't be praying for the vain things like the Gentiles. Don't be praying for, oh, I need a car, I need a house, I need this, I need that. Oh, don't pray for these things. The Father says he makes sure that the grass gets their water. He makes sure that the lilies, the birds get their food. What you think he's going to do for you? He's doing it for you right now. It's just you too caught up into the sin to see it. Ooh. You blinded by the sin. That's why you can't see it. You have to get yourself out. This right here in 2023, what you guys are witnessing, this is the final battle of the souls. This is the final line that is being drawn. The line that's being drawn is being drawn by all those that took the position of Moses, that stands up on these YouTubes, that stands up in the streets, that goes into their jobs, that goes before these heathens and say one thing. Let my people go. Let my people go. So we can worship and give praise unto the Father. And on Mount, not Sinai. There's no Mount Sinai. Sin-ai. No, that's not what it's called. It was called, the original name was called Mount Sunini. See, everybody knows. See, all these people have taken our records, reprinted, interjected new meanings, new words, new religions, new alphabets, new curriculums, new everything, new perspective, everything. Even when you read the Strongs, you know the Strongs that you're reading, you're retrieving that in a European perspective, bro. The book was rewritten to please and to uphold these individuals as the superior beings to your records, as the superior beings to your life, as the superior beings to the way that you operate. See, when you say the word Christian, you automatically associate yourself with a European. When you say Hebrew or Israel, you automatically, subconsciously associate yourself with Europeanism. When you say anything outside of what the Father says, you associate that with another race of people. Why can't black people have their own? Why can't black people call on their own? Why must you be the overseers on who I give worship to? How come you have to be the navigator to my spiritual journey? Why must you navigate where I go, what I believe in, what I must put my trust into? Why must you be the navigator for that? Why can't we have our own? I was just reading this book because I was going to do a lesson for you in this book right here. Okay? You see it? And within this book, I wanted to look up Sunini. I wanted to see if he was in this book. And when I looked, he wasn't in the book. And then I had to look at the author of the book. And his name is Michael Jordan. And then I have to look where it says, you see in the back, it says African peoples. Right? It says African peoples. So I went looking for the African people's gods. You see it? African peoples. I went looking for it. And what I found was pure madness and foolishness. But I say that to say this. And I already know why the Father's name can't be in that book. Because the Father's name is dreadful amongst the heathens. You know Yahweh's in there? Matter of fact, I should read you Yahweh. There will be no second Exodus. I'm going to show you. These are all fairy tales. These are all sit tales for you to stay put. All our saviors and all our messiahs, everybody that stood in position to lead us into the promised land, to lead us back to the Father, to lead us back to our spiritual connection, has all been taken out through your history. And those that remain are the ones that has been compromised. Okay? The ones that are still alive in 2023 are the ones that has been compromised. They may talk black, but their business is white. They may talk black, but their business is white. That goes for every single one of these individuals. You call on Jesus, you part of the organization. You believe in Christ, you're part of the organization. You believe in you believe in you believe in Judaism, you part of the organization. You call on these fallen deities, the Kabbalah, the Kabbalah deities, you're part of the organization. Because the Kabbalists are the one that's running the world. And the Kabbalah and their religion are the ones that's running the world. Christianity is where it's at because it gives worship to Kabbalah, the Ruach Kadash. Yes, the Ruach Kadash. It's a fallen deity. It's not of the Father. We don't know what the Ruach Kadash is. That's a fallen deity. Look it up. Just like I'm going to show you. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Because I don't want nobody saying I'm saying my own thing. Hold on. Let's start off with let's start off with Yah. Let me see. This is Yah. You see Yah? Give you a closer look. You see Yah? My autofocus is intervening. But let me read Yah to you, people. It says Yah. Listen carefully. This is for all you guys and girls. I be saying all praise and glory goes to Yah. Okay? Yah and Yahweh and Yahushua and Yah and Yaha and you, all of that. Anything with the word Yah. Let me explain to you what this means. Let me read it. It says Yah, moon god, Egyptian. Yah may have been important to Egypt, brought by Semitic immigrations who based his profile on the Mesopotamian god Sin. Yes, I said it. God Sin. God Sin. Hold on. Let me show you. You're going to see the word sin right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get closer. I ain't messing up. Don't worry. I screenshot it. And I'll put it up on my next one. Or I'll put it up for December conversation. For December conversation, I'll have it up for y'all. It says, Mesopotamian god Sin. Right? So a Mesopotamian god Sin is Yah. And this is who we are calling on. The Mesopotamian god Yah is the god of sin, and this is who we calling on. And you're wondering why you're still the tail and not the head. You're wondering why there will be no Jesus Christ coming to save no black and brown people. If you still believe that somebody European is going to come save you from Europeans, listen, you're beyond lost. You are the epitome of having the veils. When the word says, the world has been given unto the hands of the wicked and the eyes of the judges has been covered. You are that person. Because you believe, you honestly believe, well, all your years on this earth, religion hasn't done anything. Religion hasn't saved you. Religion hasn't saved your family. How many brothers and sisters you know that was going to church every Sunday, doing everything, etc., having all the belief and trust in Jesus Christ, and still died at a young age, still died from cancer, still died from liver disease and all of these, foolish nonsense that these heathens displayed on you? How many people know that? And how invested that these people was into their Jesus. How come Jesus didn't save them? How come Jesus didn't give them a peaceful death? How come Jesus didn't give them extra life? How come Jesus didn't do nothing that he said that he would do if you believe on him? Huh? See, there's two stories within this Bible. You got the European plagiarized interjections, and you got the actual story that took place. See, our big brother never told us to believe on him. Our big brother told us to follow the man that sent me. To know my Father, to know me. To know me is to know my Father. That's what he was doing. That's what he was teaching. He never told us, not one time, to worship him. You know who told you to worship him? Paul. You know where he told you to worship him at? In areas where no black people was ever located. We was not in no Corinthians. We damn sure wasn't chilling in Rome. I don't even know where Ephesians is at. Don't even question me about Galatians. I don't know where these areas at. But what I do know is Paul admitted, even in the word, that he is the apostle of the Gentiles. So, of course, he would only be in the places filled with Gentiles. Don't give me the nonsense talking about he came for the Hellenistic Jews and all that. That's BS. There's no way that the Father will ever associate the word hell with his children. The only people that was Hellenistic there, it was exactly who they were. They was Hellenistic Jews. They was Jews that believe in their dad. Call it what it is. Let's continue. It says, he is mentioned largely from the 12th century BC onward and is depicted in human form, but can also be represented, can also be represented by the falcon and the abyss. So now Yah can be a falcon. Wait, hold on. Did the commandment say y'all should not have any graven images? Don't the word say y'all should not have any graven images? Oh, now it explains why you still the tail and not the head. Let's continue. Let's go. Since they don't have Sunini there, but they got their daddy there. The next one on the list. Let's read. The next one on the list is Yahweh. You know people love calling on Yahweh. Ooh, they love a Yahweh. You can't tell them nothing, right? Let's read. It says origin, Judaic creator God, right? Known period, 1200 BC until present day. Synonymous with Yahweh and Jehovah. Okay? It says center of cult. That's what it says. They try to tell you, they're going to tell you it's culture. No, this is the center of the cult. Okay? This is the center of the cult. They're telling you being a part, calling on these things, put you in a cultish category. Cultish category. Let's read. It says what? It says the creator God of the southern tribe of Israel, headed by Levi and Benjamin, which is not true because the leader of the southern tribe was leaded by Judah, right? Levi and Benjamin. But they left it out. Let's continue. I want to get through this. It says possibly a copy. Listen carefully to what I'm about to say to you right now. Listen carefully, because a lot of you guys are unlearned. Listen carefully. Listen to what this says. It says possibly a copy of the Egyptian deity Aten, right? Introduced by the pharaoh Amenhotep IV in the 15th century BC. The object of monotheistic but not necessarily monotheistic worship by the Hebrew settlers in Palestine. Listen, if anybody's Hebrew and they settled in Palestine, it's damn sure not people that look like me and you. Because I can show you in the map. And wait for summer conversation. Remember for those that tuned in, remember I was having a hassle trying to find it? Oh, I found everything. And I'm going to show you. Without a shadow of a doubt, this summer conversation is going to be one. It's going to be one for the records. Oh, yeah. Part 2. Be prepared. Let's continue. It says, arguably, the first surviving concept of a truly universal deity. Yahweh is the God who, according to tradition, the Father doesn't deal with tradition, was revealed to Moses on Mount Sinai, Mount Horeb, and who provided the covenant, the 10 tablets of laws. Said, listen, there's 10 tablets of laws, said to sit in the judgment between two facing cherubims on the mercy seat that rests above the focal point of Isis Ra-El, Isis Ra-elite worship, the Ark of the Covenant. Yahweh eventually, listen, you got to pay attention to the story. It says, Yahweh eventually superseded the northern god El. So El was for the northern, Yahweh was for the southern. So the El Shaddai, the Elohim, that was for the northern. Any nation that's divided can't stand. Listen, it's not what you hear, it's how you comprehend it. It's paying attention to the little things, right? It says, eventually superseded the northern god El to become the supreme deity of Israel, Isis Ra-El. During the Hellenic occupation, the sanctuary of Yahweh on Mount Gerizim in Samaria, right, was rededicated to Zeus. The name Yahweh survived into Christian religion, though an English translation is now generally replaced by the term Lord. Jehovah is a corruption introduction. Jehovah is a corruption introduced Syria, 1200 to 1300 AD. Wow. That's for you. That's for you. You guys make that decision to study to show that self-approve. And why people will still see this video? Still call on Yah, still call on Yahweh, still call on Yahushua, still gonna do all of that. You know why? Because you are who you call on, right? So when you call on Yah, you automatically giving worship to sin. So you're gonna always be sinful and go against everything that the Father says. This is what you got no choice but to do that. See, when you try to be a genetically modified, you're gonna always follow and call on things that was given to you by your enemy. This is where we at. And guess what else was given unto you by your enemy? This Jesus philosophy. The Jesus philosophy that got brothers and sisters on the thing. Oh, Jesus' second coming is here. He's coming. He's coming. Jesus is not coming. Jesus was a picture painted on a wall. Now, if that painting got a heart and got blood, maybe that picture can get life and walk and probably save somebody. But it won't be black and brown. If Jesus, let's just say Jesus is coming. Let's just say, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Let's just say one day we chilling, having a good time, minding our business, and then voila, out from the skies came he down. Brothers and sisters will be given unto marriages and all of that, etc., etc., etc. And then voila, here comes this blind-headed, blue-eye, shining brighter than bright, gonna come down and look at the heathens and say good night. And I'm gonna do this for all those Gentiles included that believed and have faith in me. Let's just say that was to happen. He ain't coming to save you. He may come save some of the coconuts. You know, the ones that's black in the outside, but the Euro layup in the inside. James Harden, baby. Yeah. He might come for you. He might save you. But for people like me, people like you, people that want to keep the laws and follow the ways and go not in the ways of the heathens, I mean, those individuals, I don't think he's going to save. And which one is it? Is he going to come, protect, save, and then judge the earth? Or is he going to come, bring people up into the clouds? Some people is going to get ported. Some people's going to get teleported from America to where? Jordan? Because from what I was told, from the teachings that I was told when I was dealing with these Luciferian organizations, everybody says what? Yo, we can't go to Israel because Israel is under a heavy judgment. You got to stay clear and out the way. Ain't no judgment. Ain't no judgment going over there. The Father's gonna bring all. Let me say this again. See, this is for the unlearned. The Father will bring all souls. The Father will bring all souls, all the military, all of them. He will bring them to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Where's the Valley of Jehoshaphat? The Valley of Jehoshaphat is not in no goddamn Middle East. The Father's eyes does not dwell in dirt. His Father's eyes does not dwell in filth. The Father's eyes does not dwell in things that he has no business and no reason to be. Father will never be in the Middle East. How can he be in the Middle East when there's over 500 deities in the Middle East? I can show you. I'm reading the Hindu God. You got the Hindu God. You got the Saudi Arabia gods. You got this God, that God, all of them. And the majority of them is from the Middle East. So where does the Father dwell? Do you even know who you calling on? Do you even know what you believe? Or do you just think that all you need to have is faith? And as long as God knows your heart, you shall be saved. You under grace. So what's the purpose of repentance again? Oh, that's for the other people that you're looking forward to grabbing and put them under this stronghold, hypnosis, and provide them with the scare tactics of religion and saying, oh, this is going to happen. This is what you want to do. But it's not going to work. That's why the Father said, woe unto the pastors that lead my sheep astray. Woe unto the pastors. Woe unto the TD Jakes. Woe unto all these Hebrew Israelite teachers. Woe unto anybody that tells the Father's children, the seed of Akobi, to call on fallen deities, to bow down to fallen deities, to worship fallen deities, to associate other nations within our records, to include other nations into our culture, into our lives, into our ways. Woe unto you. Woe unto you. The Father will check you. He will destroy you. He will destroy all these organizations. You seeing it right now. Watch the numbers, man. These heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites are paying for their numbers. I know. I see it. I'm a YouTuber now. I know how to work the system. I know how to check analytics. I know what's going on. I know when the numbers the numbers be down one day and then out of nowhere it just skyrocket. Yeah, I know. But believing that Jesus is gonna come save you, highly mistaken. There's only one person that's going to come and save us. There's only one person that's going to bring judgment on this earth. There's only one person that's going to handle these heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites the way that they need to be handled. It's only one person. His name is Sunini Nanini. The original, the ordinary, the only I am that I am. Ain't no Ahaya. Do you know who Ahaya is? Do you know that Ahaya is a fallen deity's child? Oh, you didn't know that. You didn't know that Ahaya had a brother too. Oh, you didn't know that. Your teachers is getting his information on the name Ahaya from sorcery books, people. Nobody don't put two and two together. We that hypnotized, that blinded by the light. You're not blinded by the light. You blinded by the lies. Your teachers is getting information from sorcery books, bro. Yo, look, even the witches and the warlocks know his name, but they call it in secretly. If they call it on that name in secretly or in general, that can't be the Father's name, because the Father said, my name is dreadful amongst the heathens. And in this book right here, Michael Jordan couldn't put Sunini. You know why? Because if he put it down and he had to write on it. See, obviously, you see when you put it down, you got to write on it. You see that? And he couldn't afford to give an in-depth detail, because all it takes is just to give just a brief description and have brothers like myself be able to read, because we comprehend our reading. We don't just read it for face value. We comprehend. We no longer reading for face value. Reading for face value is what kept us in these satanic organizations for thus long. Because we wasn't doing what the Father told us to do. The Father says, study to show yourself approved unto me. We wanted to study to show ourselves approved unto your teachers. A lot of you brothers was being extra righteous, not for the Father, but you was being extra righteous so you can be seen, so you can be a part of the organization, so you can have a position. Because a lot of these dudes, and I repeat, a lot of these dudes outside of these organizations was sugar honey iced tea ass individuals. Facts. Wasn't known in the streets. Probably didn't get no respect outside like that. None of that. You feel me? So when they come into these organizations, they're gonna be the extra ass kissers. They're gonna be the extra holy. And those that's in these organizations know exactly what I'm talking about. Because some of them they see it, some of them they the ones that's doing it. I see it. I see it. And listen, there was a once upon a time where I fell for the trends. I'm gonna give you an example. I be on the phone with my mans and we be chilling. Yeah. We talking our talk. Yeah, bro. Boom, 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 boom. You wildin', saying all of that. And then my phone will ring. I'm like, oh, hold on, that's my teacher. And all of a sudden you be like, shalom, my brother. How you doing? Hey, everything. Hey, all of a sudden now you went from being all hyped up, chilling, having conversation with your mans to now you gotta. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm trying to do the Father's will, stay under the radar, be low key, stay in the fruits of the Spirit. I'm telling you, we used to all do that. I used to do that. And they get off the phone and not even paying attention that you just got caught into a hypnosis. How did that hypnosis come about? That hypnosis came about through religion. See, when we start realizing that we're following religion and religion is tradition, okay? When we start realizing that we're following, force this nonsense upon us. When we start realizing that and we start denouncing that and you take this religion off your back. See, a lot of you guys don't want to take this religion off your back because you think that if you was to do that or you was to step away, you will be forsaking the assembly. No assembly has taken place yet. We don't have a church to call our own. We don't have a town to call our own. There's no assembly. And the only way you can get out of the spiritual order is by not following the way. There's no assembly. Leaving an organization because you're starting to see Luciferian ways and satanic structure. When you see that, that's the Father giving you the tools so you can be able to say, he that got eyes to see, let him see, ears to hear, let him hear. Not everybody's going to hear this. Not everybody's going to see this. Not everybody. You can go in front of your own congregation and bring forth all the valid information that you have, and people is still not going to take heed. People is still going to ride or die for these organizations, which is cool. But just know that when you get the opportunity to get away, it's because the Father loves you and he wants to use you. When you stay, it's because you has always been a child of Lucifer. The spirit of Cain runs through you. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying that these religious powers got the spirit of Cain in front of them? Look at what they teach. They teach that if you're not a part of their organization, then you back into the world. And when you're back into the world, then that means you can't be my homegirl. And I can't be your homeboy or vice versa and all of this because you're not in the fruits of the Spirit. You're battling demons. We gotta pray for the brother. We gotta fast with the brother. This is what they tell you. This is what religion do. This is what religion do. How come in the black community, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just say we got 10, 15 churches in a 20 block radius, right? Let's just give that. Even if we have 5. How come none of these brothers could come together and put one big mega church and everybody get worship and praise? Because a nation that's divided can't stand. Our big brother said a nation that's divided can't stand. And you wondering why we can't stand. How come all of these brothers who's reading the Bible, who believes in keeping the commands, who believes in the New Testament, who believes that you should keep all laws, why can't none of these brothers come together? Why can't they come to one common ground? The two common grounds should be, for one, y'all reading the Bible. For two, y'all believe that y'all Israelites. That should be the one, two common grounds. Why can't brothers and sisters come together? Why can't GOCC come together with IUIC? Why can't IUIC come together with USPK and all of that nonsense? Why? You want me to tell you why? Because a nation that's divided can't stand. And guess what? That this organization that you guys want to put together, that is not a nation. That is an organization. You guys are not putting together a nation. Because if you was putting together a nation, you guys, with all the money that you guys are sitting on, you guys would have bought land. You guys would have bought real estate. But you caring about the economics and the things is gonna fall and collapse. Why would you care? Aren't we supposed to leave anyway? So what you worrying about what's going on with the money? Use the money to better take care of your people. Huh? They got organizations that's getting that's getting $50,000 to $100,000 annually. Quarterly. They getting this bread. Ask them what they doing with it. Ask them how many people still got to work 9 to 5. Ask them where was them during the pandemic. Ask them. When you find that out, when they give you this falsified answer, I'll give you the real answer. Because the real answer is always in the word. He that hearken unto me shall be saved. Hearken unto who? Sunini. Not Jesus. Not Jesus. Not Zeus. I just showed you. Not Zeus. Now that it explains, you notice that Yahweh is never mentioned in the New Testament. I just showed you why. Because they changed Yahweh into Zeus. And Zeus, you already know, is synonymous with Azus. Remember Azus? Remember there was no I's. The I's then turned into J's, then gave you Jesus. Which is synonymous within the Old Testament as Bel-Beor. Bel-Beor. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Watch the summer conversation, man. Very fruitful, very knowledgeable, full of information for you to dissect and process, to apply righteousness so you can live better lives. Stop waiting for somebody to come from stop waiting for a European to come from the sky. Don't tell me it doesn't matter the skin. Don't tell me none of that. Because if it doesn't matter the skin, then let's go to every church that's in America and that's in the world and tell these heathens, take that image down. If it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Because this is psychological control. This is psychological warfare. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual destruction. Okay? Lucifer wants everybody to be where he's at. And you got to make that conscious decision and ask yourself if this is some place I would like to be. Because if that's where you would like to be, then by all means, enjoy it. Hell is hot. It's dark and hell is hot. I'll leave it as that. There will be no Exodus for no Hebrew Israelites. There will be no Jesus Christ second coming for no Christians. No Hebrew Israelites. You waiting for a JC? Wait for him. You waiting for a miracle? Wait for it. You want to live through faith? Live through it. But over here, this awakening, this podcast, my peoples, let me not say the people, my Bantus, those individuals. Oh, the Father's gonna make sure everything is well set for us. You just gotta just be prepared. You just got to be prepared. And we are prepared. We are spiritually prepared. We've been spiritually prepared ever since we uncovered what Ele La Sabatani means. We've been spiritually prepared ever since we found out that Akobi was firstborn. We've been spiritually prepared ever since we found out that Cain was not the creator of the fathers. We've been woke. We've been here. And listen, it's only going to get worse. We've been woke when we found out that Noah only had 2 children. And that Ham, Buckling Ham Palace was the heathens. Was the reason why they made Africa Ham is because they want that land. And they disrespected your father and gave him a land that said his name is a land and this is where it's at, and put him in a little corner on the side of the north, when the only person that said that he would be in the side of the north was Lucifer. How was that falling from the skies, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And he said he would like to be like the Most High. He want to be like Sunini. That means he's going to make you guys worship him, praise him, want him, need him, believe in him, believing in his doctrine, believe that a European with blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, looking like one of them Paris model runways, and he's going to come down. And he's going to crack through the sky. They say he's coming with 10,000 angels. Is the angels going to be Europeans too? Wow. So a European and his 10,000 European angels are not going to come save black people from the vicious and wicked and evilness of Europeans. I mean, yeah, wait for that. Wait for that. And you'll be highly disappointed. You'll be highly disappointed that all these times that you was reading the scriptures, you was reading it in a perspective and an understanding from the enemy. You wasn't reading it from the understanding of the Father. You was reading it from the understanding of the enemy. And because of that, you are suffering. Because of that, you remain at the bottom. Because of that, there will be no exodus. There will be no second coming. Go ahead and wait for it. Go ahead and put all of these stuff, put all the prophecy. You guys don't even know what y'all reading. No European is going to save a black man from Europeans. That just don't make no sense. Europeans will only save Europeans from another nation, right? A whole bunch of Europeans will go to Africa right now to protect the Europeans that's in Africa. But it would never be a European going out their way to save black and brown people all across the world. I don't care whether it's in America, Africa, the Caribbean. Nobody is going to save us. They mock us. And the land that they said that you was not my people, that's when they're going to realize they mock us. Let them mock us. You mock them back by saying, keep your Jesus. You show loyalty to your father when you denounce these religions. I had a "Hear, O Israel" on my wall. I had to remove that. I said, I can't have that in my house while I'm calling on the Father's name. I can't have these fallen deities around me, knowing that the name Ahia is a fallen deity that has a brother that's the child of a fallen deity. Do you even know that? Oh, you didn't know that. Oh. But I know. And I've been known. Now it's time to bring forth this information to you heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites. The problem is, because you are living in a life of sin, because calling on falling, you should not make any graven images upon anything or any likeness upon the ground beneath or the heaven above. He said he is a jealous one. You should not bow down nor serve them. Serving them is when he call you, you listen. Serving them, honoring them, believing them, trusting them. putting them first. He told you this. You disobeyed. You disagreed. You put your own perspective. You put your own understanding. The word says, lean not onto your own understanding. But that's what you do. That's what you all have done. And because you have done this, is the reason to why you remain the tail and not the head. Is the reason why you then took, once upon a time, we moved with confidence. Now we have substituted confidence with faith, and we live our lives with faith, because as long as you have faith in Jesus, you're saved. You have faith in his miracles, you're saved. You only have faith unto things that are fake. Anything that is real, you don't have faith in, right? See, a mother, a child does not have faith in their mother. A child has confidence in his mother. A child know, if I call my mommy and I'm calling and I'm under some level of distress and I'm crying and I'm in pain, I know that if I call my moms or I call my dad, my parents will be there. Is that faith or is that confidence? Do you have faith that your mom is gonna come, or do you have confidence that your mother's gonna come? I guarantee you guys are gonna have confidence. Where did this faith come from? Abram never had faith. They tell you in the New Testament that he did, but when you read it, when you read Joshua, when you read Genesis, he didn't have no faith. This was a man that operated and conducted in confidence. He was assured that his father had him. He wasn't worried what these heathens done. You think he had faith when he was thrown in the fire? You thought he had faith? He walked in there with confidence. Head up. Sat down. And said, this is all you got? Take this man out. He must be walking with somebody. That's confidence. You know why we're not receiving that? You know why we're not experiencing that? 2 reasons. For one, we have substituted confidence with faith. And for 2, the Father's eyes does not dwell in no place but the land he gave unto his children. And I'm not talking about Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the land he gave unto Adam. The land that was then passed unto Steph. And the list goes on. He never gave nothing to Cain. That's why Cain was tilling the ground, because he was a serpent seed. And all a serpent seed could do is tiller on the ground. Pay attention to the narrative. And you guys should see my wife right now looking so amazing. Sheesh. Whee! Because he was a tiller. He was a serpent. He had no choice but to tiller on the ground. He had to swiggle his way through. Listen to the story. Don't let these people fool you. That is not the seed of Adam. That is Lucifer's child. And I'm going to leave it as that. Any questions? No questions. Kevin Maxwell. Facts. My son says, you devoted your life to an imaginary man in the sky. I didn't devote myself to an imaginary man in the sky. You think I devoted myself into an imaginary man in the sky? Or you mean somebody forced us to believe of an imaginary man in the sky? I don't believe in no imaginary man in the sky. I know for a fact that my creator created me. I know for a fact that the story that they was telling us is not true? I know for a fact. I know these things to be for a fact. I know for a fact that ain't gonna be no Jesus Christ coming to save me. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that the judgment that's coming on this earth against these heathens, Hebrews, and also the heathenites is coming. I know that's for a fact. That's a fact. I don't believe in nothing in the sky. Yes. Yes. The image of a black, listen, listen, let me tell you what these religions and these organizations done. All they've done was take a eraser. My eraser's up there. They took a eraser. They erased it, the image. They erased it, the hair. They did all that. Same image, mama. Same position, same pose, same thing around their head, same crucifixion, same all of that. All they did was just erase it. They erased it, the image, erased the color. They said make it black. Some of them didn't even change the lips. Make it black. put an afro. Oh, my bad. Put dreads. And then after that, once we finish doing that, we're going to go, and every time people say, who is that? Why did you do that? Give me Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Give me the book of Daniels, chapter 6. Give it to me. Give it. Come on, man. Come on now. Of course it's idolatry. Of course it's sorcery. Of course it's wickedness. All of this is wickedness. I'm not telling brothers and sisters to have idolatry. I'm not telling them brothers and sisters to believe in no image. I'm telling brothers and sisters you need to come back to your heritage. You need to denounce this European perspective. We need to help each other uncover the truth. Stop taking things for what they tell you to believe to be deemed as truth. We have to start doing things for ourselves. We need to start holding ourselves accountable. Start studying to show ourselves approved. Start edifying ourselves, not just for the greatness of us, but for the greatness of our children. Train up a child from young so when he gets old, he won't depart. These are the things that we must do. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. So because we're not doing that, this is the reason why we are suffering. And this is the reason why we put confidence away, because they took our confidence. They said, man, put confidence to the side. Man, listen, God ain't confidently with you. Look what he done to you. Put that aside. Follow our religion. Follow our religion and just have faith. I promise you, have faith and everything's going to be done right for you. And we done that and we did that. And a lot of people become successful. But it's the people that's successful does not override the majority of the people that is suffering. And I'll leave it as that. I'll leave it as that, people. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I gave you guys an hour of mine. Got a brand new episode titled, What Happened to Masculinity in the Black Community? Beautiful, well put together. The music is a little loud for some. I like it. I'm not going to lie. But if they saying it's loud, I'm just giving you an FYI. If you thinking it's loud and you would like to hear it in a calm subtlety, then you can go on every podcast platform, Repent or Die Podcast, and just listen to the latest episode 133. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. Came to you guys live. For those that don't know who I am him, Mr. Keep My Foot on you. What? On you heathens. You Hebrews. And the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. And and I'ma holler at y'all. One.